Why can't we respect and appreciate good cops while recognizing the system as flawed and criticizing bad cops? Cops who do the wrong thing in a stressful situation are not the main problem. That's going to happen anytime humans do anything. People aren't perfect. But the system is set up to prevent any kind of accountability. Cops who screw up are left in place with no correction or counseling to do better. Some people should never have become cops in the first place. They do wrong over and over and nothing is done. In fact, their wrongs are celebrated. Cops who take seriously the "protect and serve" motto should welcome reform and accountability. Instead, they close ranks. I recently read a story about a good cop who was beat to death by his fellow cops. Why? Because he was investigating a bad cop, cops for gang rape. I think the group mentality in the current system is too bad to overcome. It makes it really hard to separate the good and the bad. Here is what happens to good cops who do their duty to take action against dangerous individuals who also happen to be cops. Link. Internal affairs are hated by cops. If one cop is investigated, the other cops get upset. Like, how does that make sense? They seem to care less about justice and more about protecting one of their own. Imagine you have a young kid. You and your partner have to work full-time, so you have to drop your little girl off at daycare before heading off to work. Say there are 25 employees at the daycare center. One of them starts abusing your daughter, but manages to hide it well enough so that none of the other employees know. How many bad daycare employees do we have? Just one, right? Now imagine that we have the same 25 daycare employees and one abuser. But instead, the other 24 know what the one abuser is doing. They don't report him, but instead they cover for him and work to ensure he is never caught, removed from the daycare, or punished. Even though only one is actually doing the abusing, now how many bad daycare employees do we have? Now add in the fact that, in this example, any daycare worker that tries to raise an alarm about the abuser is themselves punished, fired, or ends up in an accident on the playground.